So I'm here with today.
Dylan Haugen, professional dunker.
So tell me what has inspired you to dunk and what motivated you to just be able to just be a freak athlete?
Yeah, man. Back when I was younger, I played basketball, but really like my basketball practice was just me screwing around on low rims. And so that's kind of how I got started. Eventually started talking to Jordan Kilgannon. He kind of helped me out really early on, which is super random to talk to like one of the ghosts, who's like one of the first dunkers I know. So he really got me like really into it. And then I just kept low rimming, kept training until I was doing the dunks that I was doing on low rims as a kid on 10 feet. And obviously opportunities continue to stack from there. So
What kind of give you those principles and that mindset to be like, let me look at somebody who's better and let me actually go and ask for advice?
I've always kind of just tried to figure stuff out on my own, but a lot of the time when I'm struggling with a dunk and I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, I'll just go to those guys. Relationships in dunking is huge because obviously because of going to dunk camp and going to all these sessions and stuff like that, I know a lot of the ghosts, which is just a cheat code for continuing to progress. So Jordan is the goat at just having cues. Like he'll just have like some random little thing that you can just think about, and then all of a sudden the dunk gets way easier. So it's super helpful having those guys in your circle. So I mean, this goes for anything, not even dunking, but business, whatever you're doing. Definitely try to find people with similar interests that are, good and authoritative in what you do, and they're going to be able to help you a lot. And the good ones are open to it. So
That's a fact. And y'all might not know, and this might be exclusive, but this man is actually a founder for his own business. If he wants to talk about it, he can.
Yeah.
But how has that impacted creating your personal brand and really getting you further in just your endeavors as a personal development?
Yeah. Yeah. When I was really young, the thing I wanted to do most was be a YouTuber. That was like the first job I wanted to have. And so I did that for a long time. I was making YouTube videos. They were terrible. And then as I got older, I started branching out into other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And I was doing decent, but getting followers and stuff like that. But I really didn't have an actual personal brand. Like if you Googled my name, nothing really showed up. If you asked ChatGPT who I was, it couldn't tell you. And that's when I came across Dennis Yu over there. We met through DMs. Yeah, he was talking to me about trampoline dunking. He's 51 years old. He's lost 60 pounds dunking on a trampoline, which is insane.
Wow.
And he's just like the greatest trampoline athlete ever. Not even kidding. So we met in Vegas at a dunk session I was at. I just told him like, hey, come to this dunk session. We go to a trampoline park after. And then after that, he just started helping me. And like I said, like being someone like him, 30 plus years in digital marketing, he's done ads for Nike, Rosetta Stone, Golden State Warriors, all these huge clients. He knows what he's doing, and he was just open to helping me for free because he knows that that comes back. You give things, you pay it forward, and it'll come back to you. And so eventually, after helping me get my Google Knowledge Panel, personal brand website, all that, I eventually needed a job because I was like 16 years old, wasn't making a ton of money from social media. So I joined his team at Blitz Metrics, where he does all sorts of digital marketing for local service businesses. Learned all that stuff for about a year. And then in like November of last year, I actually became a co-founder in his new company, Local Service Spotlight, where our goal is to put local service business owners in the spotlight. So make the good guys win through AI, digital marketing, all that stuff. So that's the big goal.
That is amazing. That is speechless. I do that myself. I'm 21 and I'm 18. I had no clue about that knowledge at all. So it's just so like mind boggling and so like, it's just so comforting hearing that because someone of your age and like in this day and age, they're learning that more and more quicker.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
A lot of young people maybe watching, maybe Minnesota, San Antonio, or wherever, they might feel a little like, man, dang, am I still able to do that if he's able to do it? So I want you to give some wisdom to them and just kind of just tell them like, they might not be too late.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not too late. We were talking about it earlier. If you guys saw the interview that he did with Dennis, AI makes, the people who put effort in win. Like it's become so much easier to do all this stuff, especially with like agents and stuff like that now. Like, let's just say, you want an agent to look at your social media and tell you all the things that are doing well, and then come back to you and say like, hey, make more of this kind of content. It is so simple to literally just describe that goal. You might not necessarily know what needs to be done, but then because it can process all the information on the internet and go complete the task, it'll come back to you with a very good result. And then you're going to have the task done. What we use is like Claude. Claude is huge. Claude Cowork, Claude Code. That stuff is insane.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what we've been using a lot. But the biggest thing now is just being able to define the goal and like knowing what you want to do. You might not necessarily need to know how to do it. But because of AI now, you're just able to ask the question and then have it walk you through how to actually do that. Or in a lot of cases, it'll just be able to do it itself. So still have to have that understanding, but it's just a game changer. So It's helped me a ton.
This was a masterclass for me. Dunk masterclass, social media masterclass. Anything you need, y'all go hit up this man. It was a
Definitely.
pleasure talking with you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
bro.
it so
Really
much,
appreciate it,
brother.
man.
Yes, sir.